They told you heaven was somewhere far away, up in the clouds, behind golden gates, after you die. But what if that's only part of the truth? What if Jesus was trying to tell you something deeper, something hidden in plain sight? When Jesus said, "The kingdom of heaven is at hand," he wasn't pointing to the sky. He was pointing to now. He was pointing to you. You've been taught to wait for heaven, to suffer through life like it's just the painful hallway to something better. But the truth is, Jesus never asked you to wait for heaven. He invited you to live it, right here, right now. The shocking truth is that heaven isn't just a destination. It's a dimension of living only the Spirit can unlock. The kingdom of God is within you. Luke 17, verse 21. How long have you overlooked that verse? Because if heaven is within, then your access to it isn't about death. It's about awareness. Heaven is where God's will is done, where his presence is fully known. And Jesus taught us to pray not just for heaven after, but on earth as it is in heaven. You've been carrying pieces of that reality in your spirit. But distraction, fear, and sin have blinded you to it. Every time you choose love over resentment, every time you walk in forgiveness, every time you silence the noise and listen for the whisper of God, you are standing in the atmosphere of heaven, but few recognize it. That's why Jesus said, "Let those who have ears hear." Heaven isn't loud, it's quiet. It doesn't always shine. It often hides in suffering. That's why the poor in spirit inherited Matthew 5, verse 3. That's why the thief on the cross entered it. Not after decades of perfection, but after one moment of surrender. Heaven isn't for the perfect, it's for the surrendered. And here's the warning. If you live thinking heaven is just later, you'll miss its whispers now. You'll walk through miracles blind. You'll hear truth and dismiss it as coincidence. You'll crave peace but never sit still long enough to taste it. Heaven is a realm of seeing, really seeing, and Jesus didn't come just to get you into heaven. He came to get heaven into you. That's why he said, "Unless you are born again, you cannot see the kingdom." Not enter, asterisk, C star. Because this is spiritual sight, and most people walk through life spiritually blind. The rich young ruler saw Jesus, but not the kingdom. The Pharisees heard the words, but not the voice. But the woman who wept at his feet, the centurion who said, "Only speak the word," the leper who dared to believe, they saw something others missed. They touched heaven on earth. So here's the question. Are you seeing it? Or are you still waiting for a future that Jesus already invited you to enter? Because the door is narrow, yes, but it's open, wide open. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to understand everything. You just have to wake up. Heaven begins where your will surrenders, where your pride dies, where you say, "Not my way, Lord, but yours." Heaven is not just where you go, it's what you become. The person filled with peace when storms rage. The one who blesses instead of curses. The one who kneels in quiet and listens. That's heaven breaking through. That's the kingdom manifesting in you. So don't wait for death to taste it. Don't trade today's presence for tomorrow's promise. Because the truth is shocking and most will miss it. Jesus didn't just die to get you to heaven. He lived to show you that heaven was always reaching for you.